Sootstained Heart is a steampunk Santa story that includes really a revolution and change and hope. You know, it's a story of a class struggle and friendship and sacrifices. There is a lot inside. You know, it's very dense story, and it has many interesting characters. I think every chapter is told from a different point of view. First one is the leading girl that initiates the story. It's Peggy Stones. The second chapter is Fina, and she's Santa's helper, his right hand. Santa is a third episode, and Marie, the girl that is leading rebellion in this huge city, she's a fourth chapter. He's a good writer, and he proposed that we make a short story, like 15 pages, and he said it's going to be steampunk Santa story. When I started to think about steampunk Santa story, I said, oh come on, stop. We are not going to do 15 pages. That's the idea is good. Let's try to make a bigger story. You know, at the time I was playing a game. I was just playing a game recently. I don't play many games. I play maybe one a year. And I was playing Frostpunk. Frostpunk is a Polish studio game. Some elements of this game inspired this world. So I invited Joni, you know, to come to Croatia on the island where I spend my summers, and I set him in front of me on the table and I said, come on, now tell me what is the story, you know. And I squeeze it out of him, one bullet point after other, you know. Every character in this book is based on a real person, on somebody that I knew or that I know now. So, also some of these people I didn't see for many years, but I remember the essence, you know, and I tried to show character. Joni is also really good in adding the feeling that there is more in this world, you know, because he's so much into mythologies, into poetry. So he did a great job expanding the world to the just little crumbs of information that are spread around, and you have a feeling that there is much more on the end of the line when they go with the train, that there is a history to every person there. He only gave me the characters sometimes only with the name. He gave me the name and a short description, and I found somebody in my memories that would be great casting for that role. You know, my strength personally is experience and compassion. I'm a painter by trade, you know. Somehow I ended up finishing academy for arts, and I did a lot of portraits. A lot of portraits means that for a few years I was painting people on the street, you know. And when I was painting people on the street, I met all the kinds of faces, you know. And once somebody told me that the best thing about my drawing is that I make everyone feels real, and I'm not making them less personal. But I was insisting on compassion in this story, because when we have this clash of Baron and Governor Glass, it's a friends fighting, and the first plan was that Glass is going to be just a bad guy, without any trace of redemption for him. And I said to Yoni, that's not real drama. When you kill your enemy, that's just let's open the beer and celebrate. It's nothing. But if a friend kills a friend, that's something that is much more dramatic and sad. They respect each other, they love each other, but they are fighting for their principles. I can draw in any conditions, I'm not like precious about that. I will draw when it's people, I will draw when it's hot, I will draw when it's dark in the room, and when it's too loud, doesn't matter. Ideally, I do a page a day because it's easy for me. I work with radio sometimes. And it's grandma radio, where neighbors are complaining about tram making too much noise in the morning and blah blah blah. You spend a lot of time alone. I finish page for today before the noon, and then the rest of the day I'm preparing the page for tomorrow. So it's always easy. For me, the most personal characters were Marie, which is the girl that is leading rebellion, and Fina, that is Santa's helper. Because Fina is actually one girl that I knew when I was a boy in Sarajevo. She was very brave and passionate and strong person and punk warrior, and she would go out with this black makeup over the eyes, like one stripe. It was 80s. The story is built out of memories, out of things I like, out of hopes and dreams, out of personal beliefs. That's why we have revolution, because personally I regret that it didn't happen already. I can't wait for it.